coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions.
Kick off for Buffalo.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And they give this time to the tailback. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead.
It is good.
Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Bills nothing.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
They're on the 21-yard line.
Going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start with the option. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line.
He was taken down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To the air. Allen. It's complete to Parker, left side.
Allen's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
4th down.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. This will be fielded at the 17. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Lions will take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Second and 11 at the 41. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The drive starts with a completion left side. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Not much there, only a yard. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. This is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Number 14.
Stephon Diggs. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, Detroit expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On first down, Allen. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Bills.
They'll run it out of the gun. Mack. And 3 yards there. Takes him to the 45.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the 45 on second down. Allen. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Is the game at 14. Tyler Bass to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And for the right side here, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Mack. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
1st down, Buffalo.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
13-yard line.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll run here with Mack. And the Bills are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd.
They'll run it with Mack. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. Looking to run with Mack. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on what should be the final play of the 1st half. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll go again here with Mack. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Steps away to his left. And incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
3rd and 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
For the point after.
Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary in that last possession, though.
Now he'll pull it down, but I think the ball's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions.
Well, let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then a mistake. And able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Taken down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A 3-yard loss, 4th down now.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 7-yard touchdown ground. And the Lions add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Allen now on first down. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's a gain
25 yards that time.
First down, Buffalo.
From the gun, it's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Allen. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
Allen's pass.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line.
First down, Bills.
Now Allen again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 15. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Back to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Tremaine Edmonds.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
He was
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Allen off the play fake. A diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Allen, got to have this one. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really, you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Down Buffalo.
From the gun, Allen. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at about the 31. The 20. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver.
Incomplete.
And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing again. Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. The utter domination domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Now they try the right side here. And they're going to score again. And yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The Bills take over 1st and 10.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now...
And that's caught inside the 35. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Detroit, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.